All right, so we're diving into Art Basel Miami Beach.
Okay.
This huge, huge art fair coming up
Mm-hmm.
December 6th through the 8th.
Right.
And people call it like the Olympics of the art world.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And like the Olympics, it attracts a certain, how do I put this?
A certain crowd.
A very particular type of crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
But we want to go deeper than like just the surface, the glitz and glamour, right?
Of course, of course.
And, you were particularly interested in how what you call the pompous atmosphere
Yeah.
might be affecting outsider artists.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point because when we talk about outsider art,
Right.
we're often talking about art that's made outside of the traditional art school system. So
Talk
artists who
is.
may be self-taught, maybe their work is unconventional. And so you really start to wonder, like, in a space like Art Basel,
Mm-hmm.
which is all about, big names and big galleries,
Yeah.
where do those artists even fit in?
Right. And looking at their website, I mean, just glancing at it,
Yeah.
it just screams exclusive.
It's
They have global partners, VIP relations. It's giving me like people in $1,000 shoes, like
Yeah.
air kissing, making deals
Over champagne.
over champagne, which I guess, is kind of pompous.
Yeah.
But does that mean there's like no room for artists who
Yes.
aren't already like part of that whole
And you're
funky-
suckable. You have to remember that Art Basel
Okay.
really relies on this thing called the gallery system.
Okay.
So you have galleries that are acting as these gatekeepers,
Yeah.
representing artists, setting prices, connecting them with buyers.
Right.
And outsider artists, a lot of times, they operate
Yeah.
completely outside of that system.
Right.
They might not even want to be a part of that system.
That's true.
So right from the start, you can see there's a potential clash of values and expectations.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to, I don't know, like join a high-stakes poker game when
Right.
you've never even learned the rules.
Exactly. And then you add on top of that the
Yeah.
whole commercial aspect of it.
Oh, right.
Like if you go to the Art Basel website,
Uh-huh.
they have a whole section dedicated to the art market, right?
Well,
And they highlight their partnership with BMW,
really?
a luxury car brand.
Huh.
So that tells you a lot about who their target audience is, right?
Yeah.
People who appreciate
Yeah.
high-end brands, people who maybe see art as an investment.
As an investment, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, isn't there, like, some level of commercialization needed for
Sure.
any artist to, like, actually succeed?
Absolutely.
Whether they're, outsider or not?
Of course. But the question then becomes,
Like,
what kind of art thrives
Right.
in this very particular commercial environment?
yeah.
And does that focus on big names? Does that focus on trends?
Right.
Overshadow
Yeah.
artists working outside of those norms?
So are you saying even if an outsider artist
Yeah.
did get their work shown at Art Basel, the way it's, like, perceived its value,
Yes.
it could be totally different in that context.
Exactly. It's like, imagine you
Yeah.
have this really powerful piece of outsider art, right?
Uh-huh.
It's raw, it's emotionally charged,
Uh-huh.
and it's displayed next to this, sleek, minimalist sculpture
Okay.
by some world-famous artist.
Right? Yeah.
Which one do you think those big collectors
Right.
are going to gravitate towards?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's not about saying one is better or worse, but the context
Yeah.
really shapes how we see and how we value art.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
So even if, like, Art Basel
Yes.
throws a sustainability section on their website,
Right.
which, let's be honest, feels a little bit like they're trying to, like, appeal
Yeah.
to a different crowd. Like,
Wider audience.
yeah, an
Right.
audience, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily change, like, the underlying
Yeah. No,
dynamics that could make it tough
Right.
for these outsider artists to, like, break through.
Exactly. And it raises another question, too, right?
Yeah.
Do outsider artists even want
Yeah, that's
to be a part of this world?
Yeah,
Because does success in this context
right.
mean compromising their values, their unique approach?
That's a good point.
That's something to think about.
Okay, so
Yeah.
to kind of sum up,
Yeah.
Art Basel Miami Beach,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big, big deal,
It's a huge event.
in the art world, obviously.
Yes.
But it may not be the most welcoming space
Right.
with these outsider artists.
Right.
You've got this commercial focus,
Yeah.
this emphasis on, big names,
Established players.
established players, and this,
Right.
whole VIP vibe going on.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a very, very particular.
Exactly.
But here's the final thought I want to leave you with.
Okay.
Imagine an outsider artist
Mm-hmm.
walking into this scene.
Right.
It's like showing
Yeah.
up to like a black tie gala
Mm-hmm.
in paint splattered overalls,
Wow, yeah.
Could their art
Right.
even be understood in this context?
That's the question.
Would it be seen as, like, disruptive,
Yeah.
refreshing,
Interesting.
or just, like, totally out of place?
It's a good question.
Yeah, and that tension,
Yeah.
that clash of perspectives.
I think that's what makes the art world so interesting.
It is.
To me, at least.
Yeah.
It's that push and pull
Yeah, exactly.
between the established and the new.
The new and the different.
Yeah, the different, exactly.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it there for today.
Sounds good.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks.